New artists and label executives suffer from anxiety about using other people's money for profit due to horrible past experiences with credit. And in fact, the anxiety is so high that people tend to wave the banks off, working super hard for low pay that they can barely invest in their careers. And I know because I maxed out several cards. But if you want to dispel the anxiety, make $1,000 in 7 days or less from YouTube and learn how to use other people's money, plus get that money at an insanely affordable rate, tune in to today's episode because this is going to be amazing. The first thing I need you to do is forget the fans for now, because we need an active audience to make this happen. The truth about music fans is that they exist in 3 levels: samplers, supporters, and fanatics. And what no one tells you is that you could have many freeloading fans at any given time. So for this formula today, we will need an active audience to generate the revenue I'm talking about. Using active audience metrics lets you increase accuracy for your sales projections. And if you project sales using your overall YouTube subscriber number, you're going to totally miscalculate your targeted sales. So if you do that, it's game over and you'll probably end up losing the $1,000. So let's focus on our active audience so we can project our profit today. Check it out. The active audience is going to be roughly 10% of your follower count at any given time. And because it's that's all we can bank on. We can really only bank on that, and our goal is to convert that audience. So for example, if you have a subscriber base on YouTube of 10,000 people, that means you have an active audience base of 1,000 people at any given time to play with, okay? Now, if our goal and our magic number is 3, we're going to convert 3% of the 1,000 people, which gives us 30 sales. And we're going to use 30 to design a product that we're going to sell to those 30 people to get our $1,000. But not just any product, so just stick around. Now, my question to you is, did you make something that other people can't have? Because if you did, we're going to win. But if you didn't, well, we got a problem. The biggest problem artists and their teams face when creating products is cannibalizing their own supporters and fans. Did you know your active audience won't buy if they can't see value in what you're selling compared to what they get for free, or if it's not exclusive enough? Well, while most artists want to sell something simple, you need to prioritize exclusivity and value in your product choices. This approach helps you speak your supporters' language. But remember, if what you offer isn't better than the basic streaming experience they already have, then your offer will flop and we ain't got nothing to talk about. So whatever you sell, the phantom or perceived value must be 10 times the dollar amount that you sell it as for people to feel like it's worth it, okay? So for example, if you're offering something for free, then it's got to be at least 10 times, I'm gonna say $1. It's got to be at least worth a $20 value. Okay, so let's just say something for free would be $1 to $2. Or you're offering a digital download of a single that will be $1.99. Okay, well, to make people actually get that product for $1.99, we have to give it a lot of value. We ultimately have to give it the amount of value that would technically be worth $20. So instead of just the single itself, it would be the single, the instrumental acapella, sped up, slowed down, the meme version, the stems version, and maybe the club edit and all of that. And you get all these versions exclusively on your website. And you want to target, let's say, DJs so they can download it. People will download this, and even fans will download this and you can sell it as, hey, do all of your dances and all the stuff to the meme version and then upload it and I'll reshare it on my profile or whatever, right? And you can get people to buy it. People will buy it at $1.99. This really essentially is a DJ pack, but you're selling it to the general public for $1.99 or your deluxe single. But in my example, I'm going to create a $57 product. Okay, and here's what I'm going to sell in it, because we're going to break this price all the way down so that we can get our $1,000. So my price point is $57. We're going to create a product and we're going to sell that same product to 30 people. So here's what it's going to be, and I'm going to throw the prices up on the side here. So what I'm going to do with this product for 30 people is that I'm going to make a gift pack, if you will. Okay. And in it, I'm going to create a high-res 8.5 by 11 photo and an acid-free sleeve that gives it its premium value other than just throwing a photo together in a pack. So we're going to put in an acid-free sleeve. This is going to cost me $2.57. Multiply it by 30 people, it's going to cost me $77.10. Then I'm going to create a t-shirt, a limited edition t-shirt that you can only get if you buy this gift pack, if you will. It's going to cost me $11.50 to produce. We're going to screen print one color. It's going to be on a premium cotton shirt or whatever, or pre-shrunk shirt. And we're going to do 30 shirts at $345. Okay. The only time you can get this shirt is right now. I'm not printing any more shirts. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a special letter inside of that box signed by me, and it's going to be embossed, and it's going to be deckled edge cotton paper with protective sleeves. It's going to cost me $1.50 per letter, and that's going to be for 30 people. That's going to be $45. Then I got to ship it, so I need a box for it. So I'm going to use a 12 by 9 by 2 box for shipping, and that's going to be $43.66 for the boxes, because we got to buy them in 2 sets or a set of 25 each. So we're going to have extra boxes left over, and then we got to ship those boxes. That's going to weigh about 2 pounds. So we're going to pay $6 on standard ground USPS shipping. Hopefully it gets there, but you know, we shipped it and we get the tracking number. And at that point, it's like kind of on USPS to get it there. At 2 pounds, it's going to cost us $6. By 30, that's going to be $180. And then here's what I'm going to do in addition to the physical. I'm going to send a special thank you video individually to each and every one of those people that purchased. And then they're going to get access to a virtual meet and greet via Zoom. And that's going to cost me $15.99 for the subscription for a month. And then from there, I'm going to create a video to show my main audience that I'm saving 5 of these in the vault to be released in 1 to 3 years for added FOMO and FAFO. All right. The cost is going to be $706.75. This is not including the additional 5 per unit, which is $23.55 per unit, right? From our total cost per unit is going to cost that. That's going to cost that wholesale, but we're going to retail it for $56.89, but we're really going to bump it up to $57. And then this lets us get a $33.45 profit, or $1,003.50. So the question is, where do we get the $706 from? That's the question. Now that you got all the particulars, let's dig in. The truth is, other people's money is the key to beating the music game. Did you know that a record contract is a labor contract with a loan attached that can only be paid back with labor? And the truth is, the bank's money is always cheaper than the record label's money if you're a real hustler. And even though the label may have access to services and systems, you got hustle, and that will allow you to skate around them. So we need to get money from the bank, and we do this with a credit card. And if you're just starting out, you may have anxieties about using credit, but you're only borrowing for a short time. You're not spending and paying minimum payments. Where else are you going to get $1,000 for free? Today, right now, today. Got to go to the bank. So let me express this to you to ease your mind. I'm going to use the example from last week, but we're going to tone it down to the $1,000. Now, if I sold you $1,000 for $270, would you take it? That's my question. And if my assumptions are right about you and you would take that offer, you'd pay me $270 and I give you the $1,000, which means you went to your job, you saved up some money, you gave me $270, I gave you $1,000. We're cool. We're even. All right. This is a very oversimplified way to express it. Good deal. And if you take that deal, you in my good graces right now. But then what if I said I'd sell you that same $1,000 for $120? Would you take it? I tell anybody you'd be a fool not to take that money. Because you had to work for the 120. You didn't have to work for the 1,000, which means it saved you time. See what I'm saying? Now we win it. But then if I went even further and said, hey man, I tell you what, I believe in you so much. I'm going to give you the $1,000. You don't have to give me anything for the first 12 months. And if you don't take that money, only thing I'm asking is you give me my money back. You don't have to pay me anything. If you don't take that money, if your mind can't wrap around that, we're in a bad situation. So essentially what I did was I said, at first, I'm going to offer you $1,000 for 27% of that money. And then I said, I'm going to offer you $1,000 for 12% of that money. And then I said, I'm going to offer you $1,000 for no interest on that money. What are we talking about here? Let that sink in and let's keep rolling. Well, what if more than 30 people want it? Okay, here we go. Well, you got 2 options. Create FOMO and raise the price, or stand firm on your original price. Either way, you'll make your $1,000. But I want you to be careful, because if you get greedy and exceed your numbers because of phantom interest, you might hurt yourself in the long run. But if you stick to your guns, your fans will respect you even more. Another option is to open the vault early on the additional 5 products we saved save by letting them mature for 2 to 3 months. And if your audience is still growing and active, you can sell the pack for $70 as a limited time offer before it goes back in the vault. So you might say, well, man, why'd you raise the price? Because it's a limited time offer on vintage items. It's like not fine wine yet, but it's becoming vintage. And if they don't want it at 70 because they didn't get it at the early bird price, put it back in the vault, because the next project that you release is going to be even better than when you open that vault and say, hey, look at the limited edition t-shirt that didn't sell. You can have that. Now when we bring it back, it's $120 now. You gotta hustle, man. You gotta hustle. I don't want to do the limited run. I just want to offer the t-shirt. Right? Like, I know that a lot of you just want to do this. You don't want to go through all this stuff I talked about. And I feel your eagerness to make money. But what this says to a small base is this t-shirt is just a t-shirt. It isn't special, right? Because you can get it at will, and anything people can get at any time lowers the value. This in turn drops sales because it's not limited and it's not special. It doesn't increase value. So you can do the t-shirt. I'm not saying that you can't, but you're gonna have a harder time trying to get it off unless you make it special, saying it's limited. You can only get it today. I'm only doing a set run. Limit the time, limit the number. I recommend you limit the number when you got a small base so you can play it a little bit safer. All right. But what if I don't have good credit? Well, I knew this was going to come up. So even if you have bad credit or no credit at all, you can still make this work. If you build your label following the steps in my 60-day record label course beneath this video, you should be able to secure at least $1,000 to $3,000 for your business. And that's if you got bad credit or no credit history at all. But if you got some type of credit history, you're going to get more than that. So don't use credit as an excuse to avoid following this model. Start hustling right now, today. So here's what you can do. And here's what I want you to do. Head over to the 60-day record label course, watch the new funding video in there, and take advantage of our Nashville funding partners who are offering credit lines with artist-friendly rates for new record labels right now. No BS. I'm talking 11.99%. That's right. That $1,000 for $120 that I mentioned earlier in the video. This is something that I've been wanting to do for the audience for a long time. I've been wanting to help you all finance your careers. Through the grace of God, I was able to get a funding partner that is highly reputable outside of Nashville, huge financial firm that would do this for artists. Major labels are already using their funding options and the system, and my partners already. I'm bringing it to you as independents for 11.99%. You couldn't get this if you tried. It would take you $100,000 a year on your record label just to get this rate, and I'm giving it to you right now for no money. It's like selling you a house that's on fire with fire insurance on it, because you're gonna get the money anyway. Point is, the money is now cheap to get. Why would you not use it? Funding options are finally available within the 60-day record label course. Please go and take advantage of that right now today. To everybody who is in the course, you have access to it. Use it, get going, build your labels, build your careers, have fun. Stop working so hard on that job. Use the leverage, put the blocks under your seesaw and get going a lot faster. Don't take the bank's money at 27%. Take this one at 11.99%. MasterCard, it's on the credits, MasterCard, all that, 11.99%. You'll never get this rate anywhere else, I promise you. So this is how you're gonna win big. This is what it looks like. Funding your record label at a competitive rate helps maintain your independence longer. Using other people's money accelerates your growth and progress. And then finally, this momentum will attract more and more team members to get you to the point that you wanna be at. But if you pull back on this sucker, the failure costs like this. If you continue working a job to invest in every aspect of your label, it will take forever. And this leads to negative thoughts that tell you, you can't do it, you shouldn't do that, and that you should just do something safer and more secure instead, right? That's what's gonna happen. It'll lead you so far to the right and to the left that at this point, we ain't even creating nothing no more. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you to be in that position. And a lot of times we just need the leverage. Again, take advantage of it. It's there, because if you've been struggling with monetizing your audience and developing unique products to sell and using other people's money to do so, you now have the means to become the music mogul you've always wanted to be. Music money makers, if you don't go get this offer on this money, you got to be crazy. All right, log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course where you now have access to funding right now today. Grab the free stuff below if you so skeptical because you don't know how to use affordable funding. And then on top of that, smash the like button, drop a comment, share this video to somebody that needs some money for their artist funding and their artist careers and their record labels. See you next time. Peace.